You just got the raise, the one you rehearsed the conversation for 3 times in the car before walking into that office. And when it came through, there was this moment, maybe just a few seconds, where everything felt like it was finally clicking into place. That was 8 months ago, and somehow you are more stressed about money today than you were before it happened. Same anxiety, bigger number, less breathing room. And the worst part? You can't explain it to anyone because from the outside you look like someone who should be fine. Here's what nobody tells you about earning more money. For a specific type of person in a specific financial situation, a raise doesn't just fail to solve the problem, it makes it worse. Not because they're reckless, not because they're irresponsible, but because of a mechanism so deeply wired into human psychology that economists had to give it its own name. And once you see it, you'll never look at your paycheck the same way again. My name is Nick, and I spend a genuinely uncomfortable amount of time studying why smart, hardworking people end up financially stuck, despite doing everything they were told to do. If you've ever stared at a bank account that should look better than it does and felt that specific kind of confused frustration, hit subscribe, because today we're pulling apart the salary trap. What it actually is, why it catches the most ambitious people hardest, and exactly how you walk out of it. Let's start with 2 people. Meet Dana and Marcus. Same age, same city, same circle of friends. 5 years ago, nearly identical salaries, both responsible, both reasonable with money. Then Marcus got promoted twice. His income went from $65,000 to $110,000 over 4 years. Dana's career moved slower. She's at $72,000. Steady, not spectacular. Here's the part that should bother you. Marcus has $4,000 in savings. Dana has $31,000. Marcus has a car payment, a nicer apartment, a wardrobe that reflects his new title, and a vague anxiety every time he opens his banking app. Dana drives something boring, lives somewhere fine, and sleeps without that particular kind of dread. Same city, same social world. One person quietly building a foundation, one person running faster and faster just to stay in place. Marcus didn't make bad decisions, he made completely normal ones, and that's exactly the problem. In 1974, economists studying income and happiness found something uncomfortable. As countries got wealthier over time, average happiness barely moved, more money, same well-being. Psychologists eventually named the mechanism the hedonic treadmill. The finding is this: humans are remarkably good at adapting to new circumstances. Get a raise, feel great for a few weeks, then recalibrate. Your brain resets what normal feels like. What felt like abundance becomes the baseline, and the baseline always wants a little more. This is why lottery winners report roughly the same happiness levels about a year after winning as they did before. It sounds insane. It's just your brain doing exactly what it evolved to do.
Your 20s are the most powerful years to build wealth. But the truth is, most people spend this decade making financial mistakes they regret later. The good news: if you start following a few simple habits today, your future self will thank you. In this video, I'll show you 5 simple ways to save money in your 20s, even if you earn a small income.
A study found that for every dollar increase in income, the average American spends roughly 70 to 80 cents of it. Not 10, not 30, 70 to 80 cents of every new dollar out the door before it ever has a chance to work for you. Marcus gets a $15,000 raise. His brain, operating completely normally, finds $10,500 worth of lifestyle to absorb it, an extra $400 a month on rent, a $500 car payment, a few more dinners out. A gym that reflects where he sees himself now. None of it feels like splurging, all of it feels justified. Together, it consumes almost the entire raise before a single dollar gets invested. And here's what makes this a trap rather than just a mistake. Every upgrade comes with a commitment cost. The new apartment isn't just more expensive this month, it's more expensive every month for the next 24 months. The car payment doesn't shrink when you feel like spending less. You've locked in a higher cost of living, which means if anything changes, the job, the economy, anything, you don't have the cushion you thought your higher income would provide. You've spent the insurance before you ever needed it. But there's something even more insidious underneath all of this that most financial content completely ignores entirely. There's a phenomenon called relative deprivation. Humans don't measure financial well-being in absolute terms. We measure it against the people around us. And here's the cruel part. When you move up economically, your reference group moves up with you. When Marcus earned $65,000, his friends did too. The restaurants, vacations, cars, all calibrated to that world. He felt fine. Then the promotions happened. He started spending time with higher-earning colleagues, and his reference group quietly shifted. Now there's always someone nearby doing a little more, living somewhere a little bigger, driving something a little newer. The treadmill doesn't just keep you in place financially, it keeps you feeling behind socially no matter how fast you run. Dana never got pulled into that current. Her income grew slowly enough that her world stayed relatively stable. Here's what makes this genuinely uncomfortable. The people most vulnerable to the salary trap are not the financially careless. They're the ambitious ones, the people who work hard, earn recognition, move up, accumulate the visible markers of success, and then wonder why the anxiety never left. They did everything right on the career side and got punished for it on the wealth-building side. The number that exposes all of this is your savings rate, the percentage of your income you actually keep. And the research on this is striking. Vanguard's data consistently shows that the gap between high earners who build wealth and those who don't comes down almost entirely to one variable, not investment returns, not stock picks, the savings rate. A person earning $50,000 saving 20% is building more real wealth than a person earning $150,000 saving 5%. The people who crack the salary trap aren't the ones who earn the most. They're the ones who let the smallest percentage of each raise change their life. Before a raise hits your account, decide what percentage goes to savings. The research suggests capturing at least 50% of every raise before lifestyle absorbs it. So if your raise is $10,000 annually, $5,000 goes to an automated investment account before your spending brain ever sees it. Automate it before your brain can negotiate. Because if you rely on willpower to save after spending, you will lose that negotiation every single time. Not because you lack discipline, because you're human. And before you expand any fixed cost, rent, car, subscriptions, ask one question. Can I afford this at 20% below my current income? Because jobs change, economies shift. If the answer is no, you can't actually afford it. You're just betting everything stays exactly as good as it is right now, forever. That's not a bet with favorable odds. Now let me address the objection that's been sitting in the back of your mind. Nick, what's the point of earning more if you can't enjoy it? It's a fair objection, and the honest answer is, you absolutely should enjoy it. The trap isn't enjoyment. The trap is mindless enjoyment, the enjoyment that happens on autopilot because your spending defaults expanded with your income and nobody made a deliberate choice about any of it. Deliberate enjoyment is the entire point of earning more. A dinner with people you love, a trip you paid for in cash, an experience that doesn't come with a payment plan attached. The difference between Marcus and Dana isn't that Dana never spends money on things she enjoys. It's that Marcus's spending is on autopilot and Dana's is on purpose. Every dollar that escapes into lifestyle inflation isn't just a dollar you spent. It's a unit of future freedom you didn't buy. Options to leave a job making you miserable. Options to say no without it feeling like financial recklessness. Options to be somewhere you need to be without checking whether you can afford it. Marcus is trapped, not by his income, by the fixed cost structure he built around it. His salary is a golden cage. The bars are a lease, a loan, and a lifestyle that requires every single dollar of his $110,000 just to keep functioning. Dana isn't rich. Not yet. But she has options Marcus doesn't, and options compound exactly the same way money does. The salary trap isn't a story about greed. It's a story about defaults. about what happens when a completely predictable psychological mechanism runs unchecked against a rising income. You don't need to earn less. You don't need to live smaller than your income deserves. You just need to pay your future self first. Automate it before your present self can negotiate, and capture at least half of every raise before your brain finds somewhere to spend it. 10 years from now, Marcus and Dana will still be in the same city, still in the same social circle. The gap between their financial realities will be enormous, not because of what they earned, because of what they kept. The raise isn't the trap. The default is. And defaults are the one thing you can actually change starting today. I'm not a financial advisor, and none of this is financial advice. Just patterns I keep watching play out with real numbers attached. If this hits somewhere specific, drop a comment. Are you Dana or Marcus right now? I actually read them. And if you want the other side of this picture, the exact net worth thresholds where the rules of money completely change, that video is right there on your screen. I'll see you in it.